Hi, welcome back. Well, we got some more stuff in the shop today that we picked up. First off is this 1500 watt Agway generator from 1977, according to the code number that's stamped into the blower housing here. And this is a kind of a unique setup. This is a permanent magnet generator. It's got big discs in here that spin around. And one disc is just magnets, and then the other discs are windings. And very compact. The company that you see a lot of this style is McCulloch. They call these the Might E-Lite. And I guess Agway rebranded them and were selling them at one time. Well, it's not in too bad a shape. So the inside of the gas tank just has a little surface rust in it. No big flakes of rust or anything. So I'm going to put a little gas down the carburetor, hook up a light to it, and see if it'll fire up quickly there, and see if we got any power coming out of this. It does have a fuse right here that could be blown. And I'll test that. And I noticed it was a little low on oil, so I'll put some oil in it before I start it up. So let's see if this will fire up. So I'll start off by putting a little oil in this. Notice it's pretty low here. As you can see, it's just barely touching the tip of that dipstick there. I'll put just a little 30 weight in it here. Screw it all the way in. If it's really necessary to screw it all the way in or not. And it looks like it's just at the full mark there. So that's good. Just down just a little tiny bit. So next I'll plug in a light into these outlets here and put a little gas in that carburetor. So I got a light hooked up to it here. And I did test that fuse and it tested good. So I'm going to put a little gas down the carburetor there and see if it'll fire up here quickly. As you see there, the light did come on, so it does put out power. So I guess I'll put some gas in the tank itself and see if it'll stay running. That diaphragm in that carburetor might be pretty well hardened up, so it might not pull the gas up the little tube that hangs down inside the carburetor, inside the fuel tank. So I might have to get a kit for it. But let me put some gas in it and see if it'll stay running longer. Yeah, so it sounds like it runs pretty good there. I just put gas in it there, and that diaphragm seemed to pull it out of that tank. So that's a good. A lot of rotational weight there when you shut it off there, so it stays spinning for quite a while with that magnet spinning. So that's a nice little 1500 watt generator there now. And if the generator ever does go bad, got a nice 4-horse motor that runs good. So that's it for this one. Now we can move on to the other goodies that we picked up. We got all these at the an online auction at a fire department. Let me show you what else we picked up. And this is a hydraulic pump, and I got another hydraulic pump, 2-cycle one. This is a 4-cycle, and it operates the jaws of life here. Now that's pretty neat. Made by Hurst. That's the same guy that is into the Hurst shifter for the auto, and he was a race car driver. And he started back in the 60s there making these. This is probably a 70s to 80s model. And we picked it up because it was cheap. Plus we were thinking of, we could use it to spread bent up equipment or frames and stuff. Like this engine here, according to the date code on it, this is a 1986 here. There's the date code, 86. And you can hear me a lot better there with the furnace that shut off. And we got a whole basket full of different jaws for the end of it there. That can go on the tips there. All kinds of different shape ones. Like this one here. And this one. You put those two on there, and it kind of like makes it almost like into a can opener. You can kind of put it into a part and just kind of cut a slot in the sheet metal, like for car doors or hoods or roofs. This is a model JL32A, and the 32 means that it opens up 32 inches at the points. The model JL32A, and all the newer ones are like battery powered now, so they don't have to carry around the engines and stuff. But a lot of places, I guess, still use them. And I'll show you that other pump I got there. I tried to start it, and it seems like it's not in time, but I checked the key on the flywheel to see if maybe it got out of time, but it's not, so I'm still working on that right now. And let me show you that. And here's the 2-cycle pump. This is a Chrysler 2-cycle engine. They call them the Power Bee engines. I guess they use them on for go-kart racing and outboard motors back in the 60s and the 70s. Yeah, but I took it off here to take a look at the keyway on this flywheel here, and seems to be lined right up right with that keyway, so that's not the problem. So I'll have to pull that flywheel. Maybe the points are too wide or something. Sparking at the wrong time, seems like. I'll get that one back together and going. But let's see how this operates here with the 4-cycle engine. Big water pump here. I don't know if I'll fire that up or not. The gas in it smells pretty, almost like turpentine. That's how old it is. And this is from 1978, according to the number on it. And the code number, 7, 8, the first 2 numbers. Briggs & Stratton. Don't know what size that is exactly, but that might take more to get it fired up. Might have to clean the carburetor on it. So let's see if we get that hydraulic pump fired up. And you see that one fired right up pretty easy. I just put a little gas down there and made sure I had gas in the fuel tank, and it fired right up. A little smoky. Probably hasn't been running a while. And so now we got them all hooked up here. The hose has these quick disconnects on them that lock, so you can't unlock them without putting them right where the pin is here to unlock them. And so that they don't come off when you're using it. And I guess this unit there, open the jaws, you move this way, and to close them, you move it that way. So we'll get this fired up here and see if it operates, I guess. Open them up, close them. It's supposed to be about like 12,000 pounds on the end. I have to take a look online. Well, as you see there, they do move. It does work, but seem to be awfully slow opening and closing. So I don't know if it's the where it pivots, if they're kind of rusted up a little, or if the valve maybe isn't letting enough through, or it could be the pump maybe not letting enough. But it seemed like after opening it and closing it a few times, it seems to be moving a little bit faster than it did. When I first started it up, it would barely open up or close. But maybe you just gotta work them some more and they'll start loosening up, or I could spray some lube on the pivots, or take these pivot pins out here and make sure they're all cleaned up. Boy, I wouldn't want to use that every day. That's heavy. But they got the power to open up doors and lift cars and stuff. This one here, you can actually get a cutter for it that goes onto the tips here, and it will cut through steel. Just an extra accessory. So I have to take a look at this some more, see if we can get it operating a little bit better. So this is going to be kind of neat once we get it opening up and closing a lot faster. Might be able to use it on some projects, straighten out a few things, farm equipment and stuff, or lift up something, or maybe make some clevises up there and use it for like a puller also. Well, that about does it for now. This is quite a nice little haul here. Got a nice generator that runs good. That runs good too, and these do work. Just need a little bit more tinkering. And for the price we got everything at, tax and everything, and buyer's premium, $190. That's a pretty good deal. I looked these up online, and just the unit alone go for $200 to $400. And then if you get a pump there to working, price goes up from there. So you could be looking at, with all the jaws over there, 2 pumps, and the unit itself, could be looking at $1,000, $1,500 maybe. But I don't think I'll be selling this anytime soon, once we get it working properly. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.